Hello guys, Joel's here and welcome back to Mystery Lake. Today we are with the testing of the Milldon deck that you've seen in the previous video. If you have not seen it, go and check it out, make sure, because it's a fairly interesting deck and also it's the first of the new season, the Unbroken Bonds season. In fact, it features mostly cards from Unbroken Bonds, in fact. So it is difficult to foresee whether we are going to have victories or not, whether the meta is ready for this deck or not. So we are just to go ahead and see how things work out. So this is not an amazing end because yeah, in the one end it would be a good one because we have a Tapu Lele, but on the second thought we already have the Lily and we are also getting a Mulligan from our opponent. So we can draw. So it would seem that we are playing against the Lucario Metal, I would imagine, as a steel deck. It's well, I don't like the Lucario Metal at all because it's just another stole deck. Oh wait, it's not. It's not. It's totally not. So that's a that's an interesting one. That's an interesting starting end. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Lily. Hopefully we'll get some Pokemon back. Ugh. Now, what do we do? Do we sacrifice pretty much everything for the dead end? Well, we are not going anywhere with this end. That's the problem. So yeah, I will go ahead. We lose many important cards. That's for sure. That's for sure. But thankfully, we will be able to recover some of them. Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. Also, we will be able to have to start discarding cards to for our opponents already next turn. Ideally, we could get. Ideally, we will get a Giovanni's, but yeah, I don't rely on top decking anymore because. Oh, okay, I lose. I mean, just for a good spell. This that seems too much. So, wait, let me have 4 Pokemon in the bench, right? So this will be fairly difficult to do with only 4 Pokemon in the bench. We will be relying on top decking Giovanni on top decking, and that's already bad as it is because we are not. I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky with top decking. So we discard the Shrine of Banishment, which is completely useless because as we are not playing any GXs. So playing all this game with four Pokemon in the bench is going to be tough, to say the least. It's going to be tough to say the least. We really needed to do top deck a Giovanni's here. Okay, that is very bad. Well, very bad, maybe not, but it's still bad. It would have been much better if he got a KO. Okay, nothing we can do. That's the thing with 4 Pokemons is very difficult because, for example, we would have been, we could have easily played the Denne before, and that would have allowed us to at least change our ends. Hopefully, to get another Giovanni, to get the Giovannis. We get the Jirachi now, but still, I would prefer to place the Dedenne. So I will go ahead and use the Rescue Stretcher, get back the 2 Raiden and the Rhyhorn, and then play the Dedenne. We are looking for a Giovanni to free the space in the bench. Even a couple of Giovannis might do the trick. We find them, we find him, which is amazing, and we have the Mewtwo for next turn also. So let's go ahead and remove one of the Diglett. Ooh, that's a good one, huh? Go ahead. And we might play the Mewtwo to get back another Giovanni. And then Dirty Work for 5 cards. So at least I don't know how this game will play out, but at least we are seeing what we are supposed to be doing. So what's the idea? What's the idea here? So he plays the Victini that lets you flip the coin twice. You get head the first time already, of course, because it's not me. Because it's not me. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. So we are guaranteed to have a Giovanni now. Then we go ahead and take the Rhydon back. So the thing is, I'm not sure whether we are in a good position or not, because now we are going to, yeah, we could. Oh yes, yes, we can do some stuff. And now we're going to do then next turn. I can take the Tabulele back and get a Lily, ideally, so that we can put things in our bench once again. Because so far we have not that many things. We have only the Rhydon and the Mew, which will become our active eventually once this Rhydon gets killed. Of course, these Steelix need to take 2 ads to kill us. No, one ad out of 2 coin flip, which he can easily do, as he's already showed. Yeah, I would take two tails for sure, multiple times, but he's not me, so he actually does. He actually does get 2 tails. That's pretty unlucky, but it will give us more turn to play. Well, more turns, at least a few more. So we have two lilies still in play, and well, they are not in discard, but they might be prized. But I have a good deck. Yeah, you too. You too. Let's take a lily. Yeah, I could take a Giovanni's, but no, 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 no. I will not want it because then I lose all the only 2 Pokemons I have left. So he will just win by KOing these guys. This guy. So that's actually a very nice drawing, and a very nice lily. Then we can place either a new. No, I will take the Rhydon for now. Yes. But we are running out of energies, in fact. So the problem right now is that we are going to run out of energies soon, and there is no way we are going to get it. The energies, I mean. So discard 1 card, which is a nest ball, completely useless. So let's see, let's see. He kills us, but it would have killed us. It would have killed us. It would have killed us, even without the head now. So I will just promote the Mew, because I can always retreat him with like that. Ooh, we find the energy. And now the counter energy counts as a double. It's a double energy, of course. I should have taken the Rhyorn. I should have taken the Rhyorn. So let's go with the Giovanni. Discard the 2 Diglett. Double colorless and rescue stretcher. And then 5 cards. Yeah, but he has still a lot of cards. He has still 14 cards, and we might not have. So for sure we will not have another Rhydon or whatever next turn. Might help if he gets 2 tails, but he doesn't. Mm. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, he's not supposed to take 2. He might take a Dedenne, I guess, and hope for the best. Yes. Well, let's take first this guy. Need to find a Dedenne now, and we have no Dedenne. The last Dedenne is prized. So I guess we can go with these. Retreat the Mew. Retreat the Mew. And go with the Stellar Wish. Ooh. Well, you see? The counter catcher can come. Could be useful now. If we promote the Oranguru. Yes, 2. I could promote this guy too, but he then makes my my bench it reduces the size of my bench, so I don't want that. Let's put the Oranguru there. So we have run out of resources pretty much, but maybe he's not going to be able to do much. Of course not. Of course he has a Guzma. Of course, he has a good swag. We'll find the Erika's hospitality, but we are running out of turns here. We have lost basically. Yeah. Good game to our opponents, and we're gonna have to concede. So we fell a bit short. We fell a bit short, like by one turn, in fact, because if we were able to discard to attack a little bit earlier, because he was not that fast in setting up, but we were even slower. So if we were able to attack with the Giovanni, so with discarding 5 cards, then we would have been in a decent spot. I mean, I could always also, but I cannot retreat this guy now. Otherwise, I could have attacked with the Tapu later. So yeah, finally, it was a good game because we showcased what we can do. It is only left with 12 energy, so it was pretty close finally. But with 12 cards, sorry. So it was pretty close. So the idea is there. The idea is there. Now we can go better or worse depending on the game. Of course, no deck is perfect. But let's go ahead and try to find another one. I don't know how long the video will come, but yeah, never mind. Let's see if we have more luck on the second turn. Then an interesting thing is that if this deck as it is in this video does not work out, then we might improve it and we might check for the second version, for example. So if as a resulting of this deck of this video we get 2 losses, then in we might explore scenarios with the second version and see how that behaves. For as a start, we win the coin flip, which is a fairly rare event. I almost never win the coin flip, so that's actually good. We get a good end. I wouldn't call it good, but it's not too bad either. Uh, it's a Venonat, right? So let's go ahead and take a Ryorn, I guess. I will keep the Dedenne for next turn, in fact. I will not use it now. Let's see what we have. We have only 2 Dedenne once again. So we need to be. Oh no, yeah, the third one is already in my end. Sorry. So we have pretty much all we need. We get 3 Ryorn, which is insane. I would also take the Erika's hospitality back. I know I should be using that with the with the Giovanni for the Giovanni with the Mewtwo for the Giovanni, but still, it's not too bad to do that now. Baba, okay, and that's it for now. So we didn't draw a single Rhydon from this. That's messed up, in fact. In 6 cards with the Dedenne, we didn't get 1 Rhydon, and we have the only reason I did it finally is that we had 3. We saw that we had 3 in the deck. We saw that we had 3 more Rhydon in the deck, so it wasn't it wasn't that big of an hassle to try and find it. Like it wasn't a big of a risk because finally we would have drawn 6 cards. There were good chances to find it finally, but yeah, that's for normal people, not for me. So I will go ahead and use the Erika's hospitality once again for 4. Do we still don't get a Rhydon, but we could get it with this at least. I mean, it's amazing, by the way. But now you see, we cannot discard this Diglett with Giovanni, so this Diglett is pretty much useless. Yeah. I will still want to do that because he plays the cards as he wanted with the Nina, so I might not dare to discard them. Yeah, we are dead. No, it's not Nina, it's Janine. Okay. So once again, we failed to find the Giovanni, but it's amazing. We're playing 4 copies of them. Like it's not like we're playing 1 or 2. We're playing 4. I don't know. I don't know. So let's see. He now is pretty much in the position that he wants to be because, okay, this Venomoth is one of the worst GX that came out with the expansion. But he's in the best place because he has Macargo and Oranguru while not having any card in his hand. So he can always place the card that he wants on top with the Macargo and then draw it with the Oranguru. And that would be, of course, the Lily in this case. So this is actually a good scenario to be in. So now that's a very, very bad card because we cannot play the Dena anymore now. So this is actually fairly bad. So what I'm going to do then is to try with the Jirachi to find something. Is to try and find something with the Jirachi. So far we did not have any luck, pretty much. Hopefully things are going to get better. First Lily to for absolutely nothing. We could take away then as of today we cannot use it. I don't remember. No, we can give up the Mew and the Nest Ball to get ourselves a second ride on. At least we are going to need only energies later on. Let's see what we find. We find the Giovanni and the Rescue Stretcher. Sorry, I will take the Giovanni for next turn. Although we are most likely going to use the Erika's Hospitality. Unless we find a Brooklet Hill and we can remove the power plant, because we cannot use the Dedenne until the power plant is there. Or we find an energy. If we find an energy, that would also be interesting. But yeah, it's very difficult against the deck that has weaknesses. Although honestly, it wouldn't matter because the Venomoth will KO us anyway with the Shinobi Master attack because it deals 110 damage, and we have only 110 HP. But this card is a pain in the ass right now. Because now eventually what I would have done would have been to remove these if I could. If it wasn't for the power plant, I would have removed these guys and placed another Dedenne and another Diglett. These guys with the Giovanni's exile. I would have placed the Dedenne. At least we would have had the chance to to change our end. So what this power plant does is that our Pokemon GX and X in play have no abilities. So his Pokemon GX has no abilities, of course, but our does. That then as the ability, and we need to use it. So that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for this card, we would have been able to remove these two and play the Dedenne. But that card is giving us problems right now, major problems, in fact. Of course, now we find all the Dedennes. Now we find all the Dedennes that we need. Let's go ahead and use this. We find the counter energy, which is actually good. At least we can do something. But we still need to remove this card here. We have one Brooklyn Steel in the discard pile. And there's no way we will get that back. And we can use the counter energy to attack with the Rhydon. He shuffles 2 supporters that he can now take with the Magargo and the Oranguru. No, well, not as of today. No, 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 no. This fucking card, this fucking power plant is giving us, wow, a really hard time. A really hard time. We are at his mercy. He can do whatever he wants, basically. We are losing. We are finishing also the Rhydon and everything. Yeah, we find a rescue stretcher, which is not too bad, but we cannot play anything because of that power plant. We cannot play the Dedenes, which is the main issue that we are facing right now. shouldn't be doing this maybe, but this will discard a card. Sokoga's trap is completely useless, but yeah. Now, do we want to discard to take another Giovanni, or do we want to take an Erika's Hospitality for next turn? I really need to take that card away. I really need to take that power plant away. And I will not use the nest ball because ideally I will want to take to place the Dene if I can there. Yeah, we have never been able to play the Giovannis now with the Rhydon. Well, that has a lot to do with this power plant here. It's unlucky. It's unlucky. It could have gone much better. This music is really on point with what is happening because we are getting smashed. So it's like a tragic and dramatic music. I really like it. So yeah, that is not going as expected, but it's a difficult. This card is really countering us a lot. It's really giving us an hard time, in fact. And yep, yep. See, the thing is that if our opponent's deck does not draw that many cards by itself, and that is maybe for example because he has a great choice. If he can always take 3 cards, but very specific ones with the Oranguru and the Magargo, then I don't see why he would need to draw, and constantly draw. But to be fair, this deck is not. I don't see that the deck being played anywhere in the upcoming month. So it's a good thing. It's not something to be worried about. But to be fair, this card is going to be played. This card is going to be played a lot as it counters all these guys, the Dene, the Tapulele GX, uh, and yeah, pretty much every other GX with abilities. In fact, uh, okay, we win, but just because he conceded, we would have not won this game. To be fair. All right, so we ended up with 1 victory and 1 loss. Although to be honest, we wouldn't have not won this game if it wasn't for him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It didn't show up how this deck this deck did not come out strong out of this video, but still we have seen the strategy and we were very close to make it work in the first game. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But again, as I've said at the beginning, this is not a determined list. There's a lot of work that can be done, and I already gave you some options with the second version. So you should definitely check this out, try it out, and come up with your own version which works better than this one, because this one apparently, as we have seen, could be vastly improved. All right, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and to be updated for all the upcoming videos and giveaways next week. Let me remind you, the giveaway is going to be most likely Sunday, 26th of May on Twitch. But as I was saying at the beginning, to be constantly updated on all this, make sure to subscribe to follow the other channels as well on Twitter and Twitch, and you will find a link in the description. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.